Make full use of what happens to you. You may not be able to control the circumstances in your life, the events that take place, but you can control what you do about it. The only thing you can control is how you respond. You can either react or you can respond. And I've found that the mentally weak react, the mentally strong respond. They think and they plan on how they're going to respond, how they're going to move forward, because it's not what happens in life, it's what we do about it. There's a great quote by Tony Robbins, and he says, "Everything is happening for you, not to you. Life is happening for you, not to you." So when you take that mentality towards life, you actually look at it in a different way. You have a different perspective, and that trains you to be grateful, because you realize that everything is happening for the fulfillment of what you're asking for your growth, for your expansion. And when we start to look at things in that nature, we start to use and look for opportunities in that event as a good thing, in areas to grow, to strengthen ourselves. And when we do that, we become better. But if we look at it from the victim mindset of it's happening to us, gosh, why'd this happen? I wish this didn't happen. I didn't have to go through this. When we look at it like a victim, we're not going to grow. We're not going to learn. We're going to be upset the fact that we even experienced that. So when you flip to life is happening for you, you actually look at it like, hey, this is a good thing. For some reason, I don't know why this is happening, but it's causing me to grow, to strengthen myself. Because things are going to happen. It's going to be unfortunate, but if everything was just perfect every single day, then you wouldn't have to grow. You wouldn't have to learn very much. You wouldn't have to think on your feet. You would just be in this redundant cycle, and you wouldn't have any challenges. And without challenges, you don't grow. Without failure, you can't experience success. They're one and the same. So lean into that struggle, that challenge, that failure, and use it. Because most people are just trying to shy away from it and not use it because they think that defines them. But I'm someone who looks at it. What did I do? How did that happen? What can I change? And that's a sure sign that you will grow. But if you don't look at it, you don't want to address it because maybe you get emotional about it. It's frustrating to think about, to discuss, or bring up. Then you're going to be not willing to look in the dark places when you have to in your life. Because there's going to be things that happen. And if you're not willing to address them and you just want to slip them under the rug, kick the can down the road, it's not going to do anything good for you. Conflict avoided is conflict multiplied. So you must be willing to address it now. And if you can't address it now, address it soon. Because the longer that it takes for you to address it, the more difficult it's going to be when you do address it. That's what I've realized. If you have to go do a workout and you have to be there at 7 a.m., and the longer that you put it off, it becomes 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., it's going to be more and more difficult than if you were to just say, all right, let's just get started. You just get started, you get right to it, and you've already begun. You've already begun, and now you're already in the process. Because that's what this life is. It's a process. Anything that you want in this life, anything that you're asking for, it's not going to happen instantaneously. You're going to go through a process, you're going to grow, you're going to evolve, you're going to strengthen yourself, you're going to have experiences that are going to be for good or for bad. But in essence, you're going to go through things that are going to cause you to change, cause you to grow, cause you to evolve, and strengthen yourself. And then you will become that which you are asking for. It's a process, but are you willing to endure the process, go through the pain, go through the struggles, go through life to achieve it? Most people look at it from the ego and they just think that, oh, I'm going to get to this point where I'm good and life is good and I don't need to do anything else. But that's the biggest misconception, and that's the lie that the ego tells them, to think that they're just going to all of a sudden one day arrive at this place. They look at other people that are successful and they think, oh, they're just there. They just got there. They don't consider what they went through for 10, 15, 20 years to get to that point. But that's the thing, is if you realize that it's a process and you start to just develop the daily habits, the daily steps that are going to get you to where you want to go, then you're in the process of overcoming yourself, going through that adversity, leveling up, day in and day out. And that's what gets you to that grand success that you can look at now and think, oh my gosh, this person's so successful. Well, they went through the pain day in and day out. They went through the process, the struggle, and came out on the other side, and now you're observing them in this state in their life, at this phase of their life. So don't get it twisted. Everything's happening for you, not to you. If you're not where you want to be, it means that you're not at that point in the process. And it's a process. If you just accept that it's a process, you're going to be at a lot more peace with the process, rather than fighting it, thinking, oh, why should I be going through a process when this person over here already has it? Well, what you don't realize is that they went through the process. So understand that it's a process. But most people want to tell you, oh, I just got here. Yep, I just got these results and look, I'm here now. But they don't want to tell you that it's a process, because they want you to look at them in that infatuation of, oh my gosh, this person's perfect. But no one's perfect. Don't buy into that. That's the ego talking. And if they're telling you that they're in their ego. And understand that the whole point is not to be in your ego. To be part of God. To be one with God. You are one with God, one with the universe. So come from that place of love, that place of understanding, of knowing that it's a process, that we're all one, that this life is meant to be enjoyed, appreciated, have gratitude, rather than compare and compete with others. It's not about that. The mentally weak are concerned with appearing and acquiring. The mentally strong are focused on being and becoming. So focus on who you are being and who you are becoming in the process, in the journey, and enjoy it. That's what it's all about.